Boom, boom, boom. This is Jared and I'm back. Man, I'm happy to do another show tonight. Man, this is awesome. You guys are in for a treat. I've got a great guest. This kidney warrior is going to bring it. All right, we've got a kidney warrior. All right, she's looking for a kidney donor. All right, and this is not her first time. This is not her first rodeo. All right, she's had a transplant before and she's on her second journey looking for a kidney donor, another kidney. So, man, I'm excited to bring on LaQuayia Goldring. All right, she is ambitious. All right, she's active on social media. She's on Instagram. She's on Facebook. And she is also active in advocacy. And so, man, I'm excited to bring her on so you guys can see, all right, what a special woman this is. I'm going to bring her on now, man. I'm so excited. I'm going to bring on LaQuayia Goldring. I'm going to give her a very, very special welcome. I hope you guys give her a very special Warriors Quest show welcome. Here we go. LaQuayia Goldring, here you come. Here you come. Boom! Oh, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. What is going on? How are you?
I'm doing well. I love the intro. It got my shoulders.
Oh, thanks. Nice. Drop those beats,
Oh, yeah.
Well, man, thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on the Warriors Quest show.
Of course.
I'm honored to have you on. Man, I as I was trying to introduce you and tell people a little bit about you, man, I think it's awesome. You're so active. You're ambitious. Please, introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from, and give our followers, the Warriors Quest show followers, tell them a little bit about where you've come from and what your origin story is. All right.
All right, I can do that. Well, hello, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. My name is LaQuayia Goldring. I'm from Bardstown, Kentucky, bourbon capital of the world, as most of you know. My journey started when I was 2 years old. I had renal failure when I was younger. I ended up having kidney cancer at the age of 2, and
Wow.
I ended up losing my left kidney to a Wilms tumor. And I had a golf ball sized tumor that actually was sitting on my left kidney. So that's the reason why I lost the kidney. So for about 16 years, I lived healthy. I was doing good. And then one day I started to feel sick. I was having the nausea, the vomiting, the headaches. Everything was so consistent. I went into the ER with an enlarged kidney and found out that I was in kidney failure. Within 24 hours, I was told I had to make a decision, either peritoneal dialysis or hemodialysis. And so my journey started from there. I went through surgery. I had a PD catheter for 5 months. And for 5 months, every night I hooked up to my PD machine for 8 to 10 hours every night. And then when I would get up in the morning, I'd disconnect. I would go to school, go to doctor's appointments, and come back home and do that same routine every day until the day I was transplanted. But I was on peritoneal dialysis for 5 months, and I was on the UNOS list for 10 days.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so that doesn't happen that often where people are on the UNOS list that short period of time.
Right, that's really short.
For me, it was a miracle. I must say. So, but I went in for the surgery. As soon as I got the call, I had to be there within 6 hours. So me and my family, we drove right up to Louisville and was so excited to get the call. And within 24 hours, I was getting the surgery, and I woke up feeling like a brand new woman, and I got my life back.
Nice.
I was able to graduate. I was able to see my siblings get older. I was able to just live my life. I didn't have to be attached to a machine every night like a dog on a leash. So, that was a blessing. And, I went from following a renal diet where you can have little salt. You had to, you had to look at your fluid levels. You could only drink like a liter a day, if not less than that. For me now, it's half a liter versus before where it was one. Um,
Uh-huh.
so, I started having changes in my diet. And so that definitely affected the way my body interacted each day before I got the kidney. So every day I woke up, I try to do more and more stuff to keep myself healthy. But without that kidney, there's just only so much you can do to sustain. And so, luckily for me, I was able to live 8.5 wonderful years with my kidney transplant. I was able to graduate with 2 degrees because of that.
That's
Um, I,
amazing.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. So now, I get to continue to go on with my studies to one day
Uh-huh.
pursue a doctorate degree. Um, so, unfortunately, right now, I'm still waiting for a kidney transplant. I've been waiting for 5.5 years now, and it's been a real struggle. I've had over 50 surgeries on both of my arms for dialysis accesses. I've
What?
had 3 on my
Over
stomach.
50 surgeries? You've had
Oh
over
yeah,
50 surgeries?
oh yeah, on both of my arms, and I have one scheduled for tomorrow morning.
Man, kidney warrior.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
It's just a part of the process, really, that you have to go through. You really never know how important the kidneys are until they stop working.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're used to living with one, that's all you know. You just think, hey, I got my life back, the world is perfect. But then
Mm-hmm.
something comes crashing down, and kidney failure happens. It's not a disease that goes away. And for me,
No.
unfortunately, where I had the Wilms tumor so young, I've
Mm-hmm.
had the latent effects of chemotherapy with genetic kidney disease. And,
All
you know,
right.
unfortunately, I'm the youngest in my family who's had kidney disease. So, it's been a struggle since I was 17, and I'm now 31. So I'm on the show
Wow.
today to hopefully raise awareness about living donation and hopefully to find my own self an organ donor. So it's a
Absolutely.
little bit
Yeah.
about me.
Uh-huh. Wow, that is quite a journey.
Oh,
Quite a
yeah.
journey. My dad had kidney cancer. Sadly, passed away from kidney cancer, and so um, I've dealt with that within my own family. Did anybody else in your family have any sort of connection to that particular sort of cancer?
No, I'm actually the only one in my family that had that kind of cancer. And the rest of my family members, it's been like a trickling effect of diabetes,
Uh-huh.
cardio issues with their heart, or it could have been just the underlying kidney disease that they didn't even know that they have.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Man, 50 over 50 surgeries.
Oh yeah.
So do you still get nervous going under the knife?
No, to me it's like a walk in the park. I just go in and I can already be like, I already know what I'm signing. You don't even have to read it anymore.
All right, all right.
I know my whole surgical team. They know my face.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like,
You,
let's get the show on the road.
you've got a good rapport with them and everything then, huh?
Yeah. And
That's
I even know
awesome.
how to read my own reports now. So,
Do you really?
oh, yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. So you're like, let me look at it.
Yeah. I got to take care of myself just as well as they do. So
Yeah.
who's going to do it better than me? You
Uh-huh.
know?
Very cool. So when you had your first transplant,
Mhm.
um, and and you got a new lease on life, and you felt rejuvenated, what sort of goals did you have at that moment to change your life, or what did you want to accomplish after you felt kind of like you've got a different sort of body and everything?
The main thing was I was happy to be able to get up at all hours of the day to go pee.
All
Uh,
right, yeah.
People don't understand the importance
No, no.
of being able
You'd be
to do that.
surprised. I've had many warriors that I've interviewed, kidney warriors, and they've said the same thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, like for years where you're waiting on a kidney, you get that urge and you never have to go.
Yeah,
So just knowing that the kidney was working perfectly, like according
it's
to my
yellow gold.
surgeons, yeah,
Yeah.
my kidney started working within 20 minutes of placement on the surgical table. So
Uh-huh.
for me, my life started again at that moment before I even opened my eyes up. So, when I got out the hospital, my first goal to heal and get back to school. That's all I kept asking. When can I go back to school? I was 17.
Uh-huh.
I was a junior at the time, and all I wanted to do was be with my friends. But of course, I had to be off school for about 3 months. So I threw myself into
For
my
the
studies.
recovery, you mean?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It was an extensive recovery at home. But thankfully my friends could call, family could call. I could see them through the screen like, hello. But I may do what I had to do. So
Yeah,
long
that is
story
great
short,
willpower.
I would say my main goal was graduation.
All right.
I worked hard. I went to all of my follow-up appointments with my transplant team.
Mm-hmm.
And between that and home, I made it happen. I worked hard to get to
Yes, you did.
graduation. So,
That's
the day that I
awesome.
walked across that stage, I thought I was going to do flips, but I didn't think my knees was that good. So,
No,
yeah.
no, really, seriously, I do. I love your ambition. I love your willpower. And there's so many things that really, that I like about what you've said. And because everybody's journey is a little bit different. Every person I've interviewed struggles and has a different journey, even though it's the same disease. Some of them will struggle with peritonitis, with PD, and some of them won't. Some of them will struggle more with fogginess of memory, and those. And then some of them have the similar things, or a lot of them have insomnia, and other things. So, but for you, you know, you from the get go after your transplant, you're like, let's get this going.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get this going. Let me move on to my goals. I want to reach these things. And so how how deflating and how demoralizing was it that you started to understand slowly that your transplanting kidney, started maybe failing or rejecting and not working as well as it did, initially?
I must say that was the hardest experience for me out of everything I feel like I've been through, because here you think you have your life back, and you've got your medications under control, and you feel like you're trucking along, and then it's just like
Yeah.
something just stops. And I remember the day that I went to go see my transplant doctor, and she was like, Miss Goldring, I hate to tell you, but your transplant has failed and you're back down to 15%, and you have a couple of
Oh,
days to decide, which type
which
of dialysis you want
modality?
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, those first 24 hours, I think I cried more than I ever had in my life, honestly.
Yeah.
It
I
was an
can imagine.
emotional roller coaster. Oh
Sure.
yeah. It felt like, in a sense, that not that the kidney had died, but that I had lost a
A
special
part
part
of
of
you.
myself. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was an adjustment that I went through. And I took the initiative to get a therapist, just to walk me through some of
Good
the
for
steps
you.
that would come
Yeah.
about. I It's always important to stay on top of your mental health. So that was something that
Absolutely.
I had to make sure
Yeah.
happened for myself. And of course, keeping myself surrounded by positive people. So I have a
Yeah.
huge support with my wife and my family back home. So that's always amazing to have that support, and
That's
all 11
great.
of my siblings. So,
You've got
lots of
11
love.
siblings?
Oh yeah, lots of love. They're all younger than
Oh,
me.
that's awesome. That is
Oh
really
yeah.
cool. I come from a pretty big family myself. Not quite as big as yours, but I've got there are eight of us, I've got three brothers, four sisters. We actually had nine, but back when my sister, before I was born, I had my other sister was only about 2 days old and she, passed away. So they're really nine, but she's in heaven, and
Understand.
so man, that that's great. So the family support, you've got that. That's great. Not everybody has that.
Oh yeah, it's common. I see people in my clinic all the time who can't even be transplanted because they don't have a support team. And a
Yeah.
lot of people don't understand the importance of just having even just that one person to support you. Because there's many a days where, after dialysis, or even when my blood pressure bottoms out, I can't even get up to get a basic glass of water. And sometimes you just need that extra help to help you
Yeah.
up.
Right.
So
That's and that's what and I appreciate you being, by the way, candid with me, because I know that it must not have been very easy to go from having had a transplant to now you might thinking once the information is being delivered that my GFR is only around 15. That must have been very difficult. And and so mental health is very important. And it's a shame on people when they don't understand it and think that it is as important as somebody else's physical well-being, because it is.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I feel as though it's more important than a physical wellness. I really do. So so did you choose to go back on PD, or what modality did you choose to do your second time around on dialysis?
So I did peritoneal dialysis for 5 months,
Yeah.
um, where I had another catheter placed in the stomach, so I was unable to swim or take baths, unfortunately. Um, and so during that 5 month period, I ended up having two catheter revisions because
Uh-huh.
my catheter had moved a couple times in my stomach. And after
Okay.
that, it just kind of was a domino effect where I ended up getting double pneumonia, where I had all this fluid sitting up, and
Wow.
I had 10 liters of fluid in my lungs, on my
You had
body, in
10.
all these
Hold
different
on, hold
places.
on,
Yeah,
hold on, hold on, hold on.
yeah,
Time out, time out. I'm a big sports guy. Time out. 10 liters of
yeah,
fluid in your lungs. How
yeah. It
does
was
it
around my
feel? You feel
lungs, my
bloated? Feel
legs.
like you're drowning?
Oh yeah, like anytime I moved, whether it was to bend over or to stand up, my legs and my feet would instantly swell. It was just like
Uh-huh.
somebody was taking water and instead of pouring it down your throat, just pouring it into your lungs.
Yeah.
And it was making like a harder for your heart and your lungs to function. So it makes your chest real tight. And your
Yeah.
skin hurts where your skin is just so tight, like there's no elasticity to it.
All
So
right.
I went through that twice, and during both of those
Twice.
times, I had to be put on a
Wow.
ventilator for 4 to 5 days.
Man, please, everybody who's watching this, please comment in here if you know what she's talking about, because that is just incredible to me. If that's ever happened to you, please comment and let me know, because man, that is just incredible. So did that cause any sort of anxiety when that was happening? You
Oh
know,
yeah, oh yeah.
yeah, I
'Cause,
imagine it would.
here I'm thinking I got sick, maybe the flu. So I just kept being like, oh, it's not that serious. But then you get
Yeah.
to a point to where you're sleeping in an L-shaped position,
Uh-huh.
like literally with pillows stacking you up in L
All
shape.
right.
So,
Yeah.
you're like,
Quite
okay, so
literally then,
something's
yeah.
not right here. So,
Yeah.
by the time I got to the hospital for that second visit to be intubated, I found out I was in heart failure. And a normal heart function is 50 and up. I had got down to 35. And for
Wow.
35, for somebody, that's really hard on the body, especially when you're in kidney failure. And so
Yeah.
that made things worse, as far as like fluid goes. My body
Right.
wasn't getting rid of enough fluid on the machine. So
Wow.
unfortunately, I had to switch to hemodialysis.
Okay.
But
All right.
once I went on to hemodialysis, things started to regulate. But once
Uh-huh.
again, I went back into heart failure for a second time.
You
So,
gotta be kidding me.
yeah, I know. It sounds like a nightmare, but it
It
happened.
really does. This sounds like some sort of movie, and not
Yeah.
a and not a pleasant one. This sounds like one of those, intense, like thriller, suspenseful,
I know
suspense
you're like,
movies.
what's next? Yeah.
Yeah, what is next? And
So,
I have heard that with kidney disease, that it can cause multiple like cardiovascular problems.
oh yeah.
In your case, this is what's happening. You're having some heart issues because of your kidney disease. That's scary.
Yeah, it took me 3 years to get out of heart failure. I
Oh
just found
wow.
out this October on my birthday that I was
Hmm.
completely out of heart failure, and went from 35 up to 50. So it's been a journey. I did 3 months of cardiac rehab where I would go in and exercise with other people in similar health circumstances as mine. And then, I had to change some of my eating habits and, of course, manage my fluid, take my
Okay.
binders, that didn't
Yeah, take
change.
the binders. Yeah.
Yeah. And I still had to go dialysis just like I'm doing 3 times a week
Uh-huh.
at the clinic. So,
Right.
I just made the best of the time that I had to be there so that I could be healthier than I was. So,
All
you
right.
know,
So my question is, I'm very curious. So in the time that so 3 years, if I understand, or if I understood it correctly, to
mhm.
get your heart issue under control, did that prevent you from getting on the transplant list during that time? Did you have to
Yes.
stabilize that?
So I was taken off the transplant list both times after I found
Uh-huh.
out that I was in heart failure. And I wasn't allowed to be relisted or reactivated, as they call it,
Okay.
until
Yeah.
my heart function came back up. And so the goal for me and my team, both my nephrology and my cardiologist, was to focus on my heart so that I would be strong enough to get a kidney transplant when the call comes through.
All right.
So
Very
it was
nice.
it was a process that involved, changing certain eating habits, fluid control, and of course, blood pressure medications. And I finally got those under control. So it's been a lifesaver, and of course, lots and lots of prayers. So
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that definitely does help.
oh yeah.
A lot of prayers. So so your family, you've got the family support, and when when they when they found out that you were having these heart issues during that 3 year span, what kind of support were they giving you? Were they doing like girls' night out, or what kind of things were they doing to kind of be cheerleader to keep your spirits up?
So my wife is a hairstylist, so she always does all these cool hairstyles on me, and
I
she teach
is that
me
what is
different
that why
techniques.
you had the blue tone in it? And
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you go back and look at my pictures, I've had every
yeah,
color just about.
all right, right
But
on.
of course, having like family sleepovers, going even though I couldn't get in the water, I could sit down by the pool and just enjoy the company of others. They would take me on rides around town just to get some fresh air. On the days where I couldn't go anywheres, you could always FaceTime or just come and hang out. My friends used to come up from Bardstown all the time and just lay around with me all day, and that was fun for us.
Yeah.
It was doing enough without having to do everything.
Uh-huh.
And every chance we get, we celebrate. So rather we're celebrating a good grade that I got in school or just good news I got from the doctor, we always found a way to celebrate with a good meal, good laughter. And we always have movie nights where we invite our moms and our siblings over. So I always love that. Definitely still gets me through these days, especially
I
with
bet.
COVID going on. So
Right.
it's amazing to,
Yeah.
like I said, to have that support during that time, because it does
Mhm.
get challenging when you get to those low points, especially after you're having continuous surgeries like I'm having
Oh,
every two or
right. I
three
can only
weeks.
imagine. Yeah.
It takes a toll on both your mental and your physical health.
Absolutely. Yeah. I can only imagine what kind of a journey you've been through. It's incredible.
Thank you.
Over 50 surgeries, the heart issues for 3 years. Man, I admire your toughness, your strength.
Thank you.
It's wonderful that you've got, your wife and your family that's giving you such wonderful support. That's awesome. I know some kidney warriors that don't have a whole lot of family support. It doesn't always happen like that. Some family members don't know what to say. They don't know what to do, or they feel as though, the dreaded "you don't look sick." I really don't think you're that sick. Sometimes they get some reactions like that, and so man, it's awesome to hear you've got support. That is really great. That is awesome. Oh, man. We've got, and the comments keep coming in, which is also a testament to your support. I'm sure you've seen some of them that I've popped up. We've got your Sully Award. She's so beautiful and a good speaker. You got the terrible towel too there, right there. That's awesome. I'm a big sports fan. That's great. I think they're even
My,
playing tonight, the Steelers, but I may be wrong.
oh my,
Um,
that's my mama's favorite team. Go
all right,
Steelers.
right on. That's dope.
Oh, my friends will tell you, phase 10 always save the day. That's one of our favorite games.
That's one of your favorite games.
Oh yeah. You could be in the hospital, you can be at home, you could be sitting in the car, and you can play a good game of phase 10.
She could be the next vice president. That's
Well,
awesome.
thank you.
Hey, Kamala is, and you could be next. That's for sure. Yeah. Soldier War, thanks for the joining the broadcast. We've got some new people that I haven't seen before, probably your family and friends. It's awesome. India
Oh,
Trigg, thanks for watching. Dana R. Larry Holden, thank you for watching. And then, of course, Latadra Johnson, Larry Holden. Oh, I brought that up again. There we go, Larry Holden. He says you LQ rocks from GLI. Is
yeah.
that right?
Oh yeah, that's the group that I work with. They are
All
awesome.
right, all right. In fact, I wanted to bring that up. So, tell me a little bit about because uh, it's so amazing. Offline, you and I just talked briefly about somebody that we have a mutual friendship online. I've never met him in person, but Nick Gentile, somebody that I've interviewed. He's been
Hmm.
a co-host of mine on this show. And he's been on several of the urban health outreach media shows that we've done. And great living kidney donor. But what's
Oh
amazing
yeah.
is this guy, Nick Gentile, and I hope he's watching. If not, someone please share this with Nick Gentile so that he can watch this while we're talking about him. But I think the world of the guy is, has great amount of faith. He's a pastor, and he also has recently become a living liver donor.
Oh yeah.
It's just amazing. And so, tell us a little bit about the work that you do with, as an advocate, and wow everybody because I'm wowed.
Well, there's two groups that I work for. The first group is CODA, Kentucky Organ Donor Affiliates, and they're over transplants here in Kentucky and registering people to become organ donors. So I volunteer with them, and we host different events, and I get to go around the state and share my story with different people at different events, which is really cool. And then on the other hat, I work with a group called Global Liver Institute, and I work with the pediatrics and rare liver diseases. So what we do is, and I'm an intern, by the way. So what we do is we connect with all these various groups of people in every different field of liver diseases and rare liver diseases, and we're a global group. So we get to talk to doctors, clinicians, researchers, and we just advocate for these pediatric kids and for these kids with rare liver diseases. And we try to offer them support in education and research and other treatment options so that they too can live a healthy and happy life as I can.
All right, all right. That is just so impressive to me.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it when, whether it's recipients or donors that afterwards, after surgery, move on to do special things, and you're doing special things. I want to applaud you, man. That's
Thank you.
awesome.
You know,
that's,
you know,
that's so
been
cool.
having the chance to meet my donor family really changed the game for me, I must say.
Uh-huh.
I had to wait to the 5 year mark of having my kidney, but the day that me and my wife got to meet them was awesome. Like, and they were able to share, how my donor lived, and they actually gave me some good advice on going forth with my own life. So it was very life changing, and I've dedicated my life to be able to advocate into medicine. So this is two things that I love to do.
That is so cool. That is so cool. Yeah. We've got some comments here I'm sharing. Won't he do it? Won't. And then we've got, Carissa Cameron. Thanks for watching. Quality. You are definitely the strongest. Did she misspell? Maybe that's auto spelling. Yeah,
Yeah.
Quay. You know.
It's okay.
Oh
I know
yeah,
what
it's
you
auto
meant.
spelling. I think it's auto spelling. You are definitely the strongest person I know. So we've had some other people chiming in here and saying similar things, and I love that. I love it when I see the support like this. Hallelujah, amen. And James here from Dadvice TV. Thanks for watching tonight, James. Why do they make you wait for the 5 year mark before meeting the family of the donor? Do you know the answer to that?
I personally think it's for two reasons. One is for respect of the family, to
Okay.
give them a chance to decide if that's something that they want to do. Do they want to connect with the recipients or not? And, it goes both ways. The recipient and the donor families both have that option. And also for your own health, just to make sure that, the transplant is good, you're doing better, and you're in better
Working.
health than you were when you first got it.
Uh-huh. All right, that's a good answer. I like that.
Thank you.
So great job. Thanks, Jared, for having my daughter speak out about her journey. You're welcome, Bertha. It's my pleasure. It really is. much like you're advocating and what you've done, I have passion for this because it makes me happy when I get your story out. It makes me happy when I'm able to broadcast this and have other people share it. And, and when I hear people later that have not been on this, that have left, and months later or weeks later get a transplant. So you're going to hit me up when that happens, right? You're
Oh
going to
yeah, oh yeah. I'm gonna be like, I need to go live and I need to tag Jared
right.
right now.
Yeah. I'll have a special broadcast when that happens. I'll bring you on. Well, if you're feeling well enough, for sure.
Oh yeah, I don't care if my eyes is half peeled like this and I'm getting that transplant. I'm be
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah, we did
the
that with
warrior has made it.
exactly right. Yeah, we'll be praising God and saying hallelujah.
Oh yes.
We did that for Leslie DeVoe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Steve Belcher. Um, we did that with Leslie DeVoe. And I think she was still in the hospital. She was in her hospital bed and she was in her gown. Had blankets on though, but yeah. But so we've got. He's saying you've raised an amazing daughter. I think so too. I
Thank
think that
you.
I love your enthusiasm. I love your energy. You've got a great vibe. Kidney for LaQuayia. And yes, she did, James. So one of the things that I'm going to do now that we're talking, so that I can help you get that information out there, as I just said, is you gave me your hospital's transplant information, and so I'm going to put that. I'm going to put that down below here so that it scrolls across the screen. So there we go. Boom.
Boom.
All right. Work that magic. Okay. So your transplant hospital here, we've got the URL. That's not clickable, but it's clickable because I have it in the comments section. But then we've got the phone number here. So it's the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, National Kidney Registry, and then nkr.org/JAV946. Or they could call, I think they're right here, the transplant coordinators, Tina, and the phone number is 513-584-8313. So tell us a little bit about your transplant hospital and the information here about how they can go online.
Okay, so I'm a part of the University of Cincinnati Medical Center transplant team. That is the only place I'm currently listed. But if you go to the National Kidney Registry website, which is on this link here, you can go directly to my personal mini webpage. You can read more about me, and you can also apply to be a donor. And then if you have specific questions, you can actually reach out to the coordinator and they'll answer them for you, or you're welcome to write me through Facebook or Instagram, whichever is easiest for you.
Nice. And so, so as you were explaining it to me, so they can actually go to that page or the link, and it's kind of a mini, donor search page for you. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
That's so cool. I love that. So, so again, guys, you can go to that click on that link. You can call the transplant coordinator information, but call the digits, call them, because then there's a reason why I didn't put what blood type, because what I want is everybody who's healthy, I want to call the number, click on the link, because even if you're not the right blood type, all right, obviously she's got a great personality. She's a beautiful person, so she's everybody's type, but most especially her wife's type, but she's everybody's type regardless of the blood type. All right, she's everybody's type. If you're not the right blood type, then you can still apply with the paired exchange program. UNOS and other procurement organizations will work with the hospital, and they'll find a person and they'll get it all connected. All right, it gets complicated, but I don't want to. I want to just keep it real simple. Is that they do the work for her, and they'll find a donor with the paired exchange program. It works that way, and it speeds up her process.
Yes.
It really does. All right, who wants her to wait longer? She had a transplant before, and now she's back on dialysis. Let's get her back on a transplant. Let's make sure her life is extended again. it's a better quality of life. All right. And she's got a tons of friends. She's got great support. So keep commenting, everybody. Okay. The more comments, the better. The more comments, the more engagement that this broadcast will have. And the more engagement, the more visible this is. This will take on a life of its own, just like her search for a living kidney donor. All right. We want this to go viral. We want this to be a contagion, so to speak. So to speak, I know we're in a pandemic, so so to speak. It's just I mean that as a metaphor, but we want this to go viral. I just said it again. It's not like a virus, but we want this to just take a life of its own. I'll stick with that. And we want everybody to share this. Let's share it and make sure it's on fire. Okay, because just like the show is lit tonight, we want to light this like a firecracker and get the word out for this beautiful woman. All right, so look at her aura. I mean, she's got this great personality, and despite all of her trials, my gosh, all of the heart problems, over 50 surgeries. All right, and maybe not the life that you thought of, and it's not the life that you expected, but you're moving forward, you're surviving. And kidney warriors get knocked down, but what do they do when they get knocked down, Quaya?
We pick ourselves back up and keep
Right,
fighting.
that's right. Okay, warriors get right back up. All right.
Okay.
I don't know if Nate Robinson got knocked after he got knocked down, if he got right back up, or Roy Jones Jr. after Tyson hit him. But we've got warriors get knocked down. They do. Okay, but you got right back up, and you're going to continue to get right back up.
Oh yeah.
And that's what's going to happen now. Claim it, baby girl. You got this. All right. So your mom's saying that, and everyone please share, because again, we want to reach as many people as possible. The nice thing about getting everybody connected in the kidney disease community is that sometimes there are friends of LaQuayia's that aren't connected to other kidney disease friends. And so when we share this and we're all connected, then we can get this and reach more people that haven't yet heard about this. And it's a domino effect, and we can reach and connect with other people that just have no idea that she's searching for another kidney. It happens. In fact, it happened. Thanks for watching, Donna. I shared a post for somebody, and this person saw the post and had no idea. She knew the person I was advocating for, LaQuayia, but didn't know she was on dialysis. Had no clue that she was on that she had kidney disease. And and she had moved away. And when she saw the post, she decided she wanted to become a living kidney donor for this person. And
that is amazing.
Yeah. So October 2019, her name is Julie McKinstry. All right. She had a successful transplant surgery because of a post on Facebook. And so this can happen. It does happen. But let's share. Don't be stingy. All right. Don't be stingy. All right. We just had Thanksgiving, and we all know what we're thankful for. We all have gratitude probably still. And she's saying, we love you, chocolate drop. Thank you, Dana. Thank you for showing love. And she is amazing, Steve. She is. We've got an amazing guest here on tonight. So #kidney for LaQuayia. So everybody, please get this moving in a positive direction for this person here. And even James says right here from Dadvice TV, he says, I interviewed a person who donated a kidney to a random stranger, all based on a shared Facebook post she saw. So you guys, this happens. All right. And that's the beauty of getting things shared on social media. I'm going to be sharing this on Instagram. I'm sharing it to Twitter through Periscope. I'm going to be, and I've linked it to our Facebook page and my own feed. So, so we're going to all share this and we can be strong together. but we're weak when we're alone. Let's join together, unite, all right, and make this just an unmovable force, something that just continues to gain steam, and it just takes on such a strong personality. This is what I'm envisioning for you, and that's what I'd like to have happen.
I was just wondering if I could add something.
Please, I'm going to
So
take it solo. Go ahead.
So something that I just wanted to say to everybody, I know that a lot of people are scared of organ donation, and a lot of people say they can afford organ donation, but just so that we can get rid of the myths around living donation, um, a living donor kidney will always last longer than a cadaver or a non-living kidney. So for somebody like me, um, a new kidney could last me 30 plus years, and that's what I'm really looking forward to, is just being able to have my life back and being able to live freely, free of machines, free of being stuck 3 times a week with 2 needles every time. The freedom to be able to eat, the freedom to be able to travel, to just think about like the basic necessities that you can do for yourself that I can't always do for myself. I want to have those freedoms. And with living kidney donation, I'm able-bodied to be able to do that. That would give me a sense of peace, a sense of joy, and that would give me my health back overall. I wouldn't have to worry about going back into heart failure or any of my other organs being at risk of failure like they are now. So just so that you know, as a organ donor, you do not pay for the expenses. The recipient's insurance pays for everything. So that's a burden that's lifted off your shoulders. For the non-medical expenses, there are many, many groups out here that will help you cover all those expenses. So please don't be selfish. Get up out of your seat, make the call, be a living donor for somebody. If it's not for me, at least for somebody. There are so many people out here in need just like me. And we're all just asking for another chance to be able to live like you and the next person. So, don't be afraid. Even if you are, it's okay. Even the recipients are afraid. But with that fear, there comes joy and excitement at the end of the road. So I promise you, by being an organ donor for me, you'll not only be changing my life, but you will have a friend and a family member forever. So I thank you. I thank you in advance, and God bless you.
Amen. Amen to that. You heard her. All right. Get up out your seat. All right. Get up out your seat and please, all right, smash that share button. All right. Like, subscribe, and get this out there, because this can be such a powerful force, because she is deserved. All right. This beautiful person here needs our help, and when we come together, we can do great things. I've already said this. We're powerless and we're weak when we're alone, and that's why God puts us together. That's why, all right, we come together. We do greater things together. We can become a kidney disease community, an army of people locked in arms, metaphorically, where we're broadcasting this, sharing this to as many people as possible, sending it to as a text message, sending it in Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, every place we can, and just making sure that we scream it from the top of our lungs that she needs a kidney. All right, man, I'm this is exciting, and I'm excited for you. I'm excited that we can get your information out there. Again, it's the University of Cincinnati Medical Center. Click on the link, everyone. All right, start applying to be a donor. All right, if you're all afraid of no, then you probably haven't gone on a date, or you've never gotten married before, and you've never proposed. So don't be afraid of no. All right. Don't be afraid. The paired exchange program generally will accept every blood type as long as you're healthy. All right. If not, they'll tell you. But then if you can't donate, then donate. Share the information. Share the information. Let's get this out there. All right. She's had over 50 surgeries, battled with kids with heart problems for over 3 years too. So, all right, she's grown stronger. She is stronger, but she's not going to be as strong as we need her to be unless we help her find a kidney donor. Let's do this together, guys. All right, LaQuayia, we're about ready to end the show here, but I'd like you to, you've already made a great statement, and I'm not going to have you repeat it. That was beautifully and eloquently said, because living kidney donors do live typically very normal lives. If they were doing fitness, if they were doing jogging before swimming, they can do that again. So very normal lives. If they were chefs, they could still be a chef, whatever. So if you would, though, I'd love to kind of have you talk about the people that have watched tonight. Who would you like to shout out? Let's do some shout outs here, because I love to give respect, and I'd love to, thank the people that have watched tonight.
Oh, first and foremost, I got to thank God, first and foremost. Secondly, I would like to thank my wife and my mother and my siblings, everybody at Global Liver Institute. I see all the wonderful comments. I thank you all for the support. Donna, you are awesome. Larry, you are too. Mr. Steve Belcher, I thank you so much. I have been watching all your comments, and I've seen some of your videos. So I thank you for watching me this evening and all the positivity you've given back. And I don't want to say it wrong, but the kidney health coach from, let's see.
Advice TV.
Yes, I didn't want to say it wrong, so my apologies. But thank you so much. I appreciate all the feedback that everybody's been giving me and all the support, and just coming out tonight and watching. I know that you all could have been in bed sleep or watching TV, but you took the hour to be able to talk to us and just listen to our story and, help me get my message out there. So I thank you all. Shout out to all my family in Lexington and Bardstown. I love you all, and I thank you all. And shout out to my CODA family. I thank you all for continuing to support me too as well. And to my UCMC transplant team, Beth is the best coordinator I could ask for. So thank you all.
Awesome. Great shout outs. James from Dadvice TV had a good question. When you get your new kidney and you've had your second transplant, what's the one thing you look forward to doing again besides, being able to urinate again? Because that goes without saying.
I would love to travel to Spain. That is on my bucket list.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome. I've never been to Spain. I've been to Germany. I lived in Germany for 2 years, so that's awesome. I'd love to go to Spain too. I hear it's beautiful there as well.
I've seen pictures, and my best friend got to go, and all the pictures he showed me, I was like, I'm so jelly. I need to be there. But but until I get my transplant, traveling out of the country, it's just I'm not able to do that because it'll kick me temporarily off the transplant list, and it'll inactivate my my health insurance until I'm back in the country. So to me, I don't feel that's worth my health at this time.
Right.
So, I travel within 2 to 6 hours at max, just so I can get back in time for that call when it comes through.
All right. Well, I look forward to it as well. Again, hit me up, let me know, and we'll celebrate. All right.
We will.
All right.
Warriors Quest.
That's right. All right. You're a warrior, and I appreciate you coming on. Thank you. So anyway, it's my pleasure, and I'm honored to have you on. I'll try to continue to promote this and get that information out there as much as I can for you. Okay.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure, Jared. It's been a pleasure.
All right.
It's been fun.
It has been fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening. Okay. God bless.
God bless you too. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you. All right. So everyone, we've heard from LaQuayia. She's got a great family support. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, for your comments. Please continue to comment on this. Continue to share this. Thank you, Dana. You're welcome. Thank you thank you, Latrita Johnson, Larry Holden. Many of them, that are friends and family. India Trigg, Donna Cryer. I'm Soldier Ward with the Pittsburgh Steelers gear. Thanks for watching, Soldier Ward. James at Dadvice TV, Bertha Goldring, of course. Steve Belcher, my homeboy. Thanks for watching and tuning in tonight as well. You guys have made this successful, and if we continue to comment, if we continue to share this, then again, this becomes an immovable force. All right. And that's what we do. Okay. When we come together and we not only pray, but we take action. All right. Y'all ever wanted to be an action star? Well, you can be an action star now. All right. You can be an action star and help me share this. Share the out of it. Okay. Let's keep it family friendly, but let's share this. All right. Share it and let's make this an immovable force so that we get a living kidney donor, somebody who's compassionate, inspired, healthy, that wants to help extend her life. All right, let's do this together. I know we can. All right, don't be stingy. Share this. All right, and please like and subscribe. All right, if we get more subscribers, this becomes more visible, and it helps us so that we can get the stories out there more successfully. All right, so thanks, James. Again, thanks, Steve. James from Dadvice TV. Let's help her out. Post your ideas. I love that. I've talked about that. I've talked about this on past shows, talking about different ideas, magnets, car magnets, also business cards, T-shirts, all sorts of different things. So please comment. Not only continue to comment about your support, comment if you're a kidney warrior and you've had heart issues. Comment if you're a kidney warrior and you've also had PD. Comment if you're on dialysis now. Comment below if you're not on dialysis, but you're close to it or you don't want to be on dialysis. Comment in general so that we can make this more visible. And then, of course, you're welcome, Nicole. What a pleasure. She's got great energy. I love her enthusiasm. And she's obviously somebody that everybody, it's an infectious personality, and every guest means something to me, but especially when they've got personality, it makes it more thrilling to me, because everybody, like when they watch TV and then they can buy into a personality, and this is somebody that does that. All right, so please share this and let's bring this into fruition. All right, let's yell it to the universe and let's make this happen together. All right, give her so much exposure that people see this on Twitter, on Instagram. They get it as a text message. They get it on a snap, on Snapchat. Send it everywhere you can. All right, let's do this and make this an immovable force. That's my call to action. Let's do this together and make this an immovable force. You're welcome, Bertha. God bless you all. Thanks for making this successful. Thanks for making this happen for LaQuayia. And don't stop. All right, don't stop. All right, action continues. We've got a lot of work to be done. We need to continue to comment. We need to continue to share this and continue to comment tomorrow. Share this tomorrow on any other channels that you can. Share it with your friends, your neighbors, church members, and let's do this, man. I can see this happening. All right, I want you all to envision this. Hey, I'm hoping that I can give you that same passion that I have, so that we can just infect everybody, so to speak. All right, with this energy, the same energy and the same enthusiasm that she has, LaQuayia. That's what I want. All of us have that same enthusiasm and energy, so that we can get this out there. All right, man. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate and love, have so much respect for your following. I'm gonna say peace. I'm out. But before I do, God bless. All right. I hope everybody had a safe and thankful holiday on Thanksgiving. And let's see, there's somebody oh, yes, Willie Blackwell. All right, if he gets this, share it to Willie Blackwell if he's not watching right now, and wish Willie Blackwell a happy birthday. All right, Elder Willie Blackwell. All right, wish him a happy birthday. I know there's something on my mind that I wanted to say on this broadcast, and that is it. Happy birthday, Willie Blackwell. All right, guys, peace. I'm out. This has been fun. Let's do this again, but continue to share and get this message out there for this kidney warrior. Thank you. Have a good evening. Peace.